ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः। ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। Should speak in English? It's okay. So I remember Mahesh Bhai. He does not remember me. Those days he used to wear white and white. And there was also Srinivas Gupta and Radha Vallabh Gupta, in whose house I used to take lunch. They have a Balagopal deity. And there was also Mohandas Pai Trust. What he was a little limping on one leg. Pai Ji. I forget his name. Yogi Pai Narayana Pai Trust. Yes. As a brahmachari, my name was that time Sarvaishwarya Dasa. And I used to come with several other devotees and stay here and do programs. Yes, it is very, very long back, maybe 25-30 years back. So thank you very much for inviting me to the lotus feet of the Lordship, Shri Vitthoba, and allowing me to share a few words on devotion, Bhakti.
Translation.
Oh, you need a translation?
Everybody is comfortable with English? Then Swami.
Hare Krishna. മലയാളത്തിൽ വേണോ വിവർത്തന ആവശ്യമുണ്ടോ? ഇംഗ്ലീഷ്. താങ്ക് യു.
ചെറിയതായിട്ട് മലയാളത്തിൽ സംസാരിക്കാം ചിലർക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ. So, I am representing the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, founded by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who spread Harinama, chanting the holy name of the Lord all over the world in a span of 11 to 12 years. He traveled many times all over the world, more than 12 times, and made many Krishna devotees by his powerful influence of Bhakti. And he taught them who Krishna is, how to be a devotee, and have faith in the chanting of the holy name. Prabhupada showed to the whole world that Krishna recognizes Bhakti beyond any designation of things made in the material world. Any material designation, he doesn't see that. Kiba vipra kibanyasi shudra kenenoi. Yei Krishna Tattva Veta Sai Guru Hoy. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, what does it matter if here is a Vipra, great Brahminical Pandit, Kibadyasi, so what if he is a sannyasi? Shudra, very low class. But if he knows Krishna Tattva, Jai Krishna Tattva Veta, if he knows who is Krishna, and if he has developed a relationship with Krishna, say Guru Hoy, then he is the Guru for you. It doesn't matter he comes from a Shudra class or he is a rich man, Pandita, it does not matter. For Bhakti there is no material qualification. So Prabhupada, with this principle, he made devotees all over the world. We have devotees from Germany, we have devotees from Australia, devotees Africa, America, everywhere, who become a devotee irrespective of their material designation. Bhakti is very powerful, and the essence of Bhagavad Gita is Bhakti. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is trying to explain Bhaktyamam abhijanati yavanyas chashma tatvatah tato mam tatvato jnatva vishyate tadanantaram. If you have developed devotion, love for the Lord, and you don't have to think that how can I develop love for the Lord, I don't know. If you get to know Him, you will develop love for Him. Krishna is very easy to fall in love with. Very easy to fall in love with Krishna because he has got all those qualities. He's got all those qualities. And if you get to know Krishna, you will fall in love with him. You cannot control yourself from falling in love with Krishna. And Krishna also is very confident about it. Manmana bhava madbhaktaha madhyaji mam namaskuru. If you get to know me, you will fall in love with me. Because Krishna has got all these wonderful qualities. It's mentioned that Krishna is unique, even more than Narayana, more than Vishnu. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, there's a distinction made between Krishna, Narayana and Vishnu. Although all of them are his own manifestations. So sometimes people ask, what is the difference? What is the difference? Krishna is mentioned has got 64 qualities specifically. Narayana has got 60 qualities. But 4 qualities only Krishna has, and then Narayana does not have. Did you know this before? Why Krishna is speaking the Bhagavad Gita and he's saying, you will fall in love with me. Don't worry. Just get to know me. Katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. If you listen to my story, Leela, Katha, Katayantascha mam nityam, regularly, tushyanti, you become very satisfied, peaceful and happy. Ramanti, you will enjoy. Tushyanti cha, ramanti cha. So, what is it? So many great saints I see. We are all very famous personalities. They completely lost themselves in Krishna because they fell in love with Krishna. That is the main thing. Everybody can fall in love with Krishna. That potential you have. It is just that you have to bring it out. That is also mentioned. Don't think that I can never be a devotee. No, you already have love for Krishna. You have to bring it out. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told us that Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabu Noy Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte Kore Udaya. That Krishna Prema is not something that has to come from outside inside. It is already inside you. Why? Mama evam sajiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. The Bhagavad Gita, Krishna already said, every living entity in this world is my part and parcel, coming from me. Janmadya sayatah. So automatically they belong to me. In the Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna said, Pitaham asya jagato mata data pitamaha. I am your father, I am your mother, I am your grandfather, everything for you, permanently, eternally. It is just that you don't recognize it. You're not giving recognition to that. Even if you forget it, I am that relationship person only. It is just that the conditioned soul has temporarily forgotten. That's what is called Maya. Not this. This is not your real original position. Forgetfulness of the Lord. So when you develop bhakti, cultivate bhakti, it will wake up from inside you because it is already there. Attraction for Krishna is very natural. And you will again develop love for the Lord. Because He is your Father. So this is mentioned by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita also. So attraction for Krishna is not something new. It is already there. You should only bring it out. How to bring it out? If you perform bhakti, Harinama Sankirtana, you worship the Lord, in the association of bhaktas, you hear Leela, stories of the Lord, then the bhakti will start coming out of you. Koreye Udaya, it will rise again. So, all great saints know that. And so they engage everybody in chanting the name of Krishna, glorifying Krishna, hearing His katha. Not only it will wake up, you will also feel tripti, ramanti. You will feel happiness by hearing Krishna katha. So Prabhupada, he believed in this principle. And he went all over the world, and to people who don't know anything about Krishna, he made them understand Krishna. And they became lovers of Krishna. So the proof of the fact that everybody can become devotee of Krishna, you can see in Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada's prachar. All over the world, not inside India alone, all sorts of people become lovers of Krishna. So this is a wonderful thing because it is based on principle. If we also understand this principle, that we are all part and parcel of Krishna, if we glorify Krishna in Kirtan and hear His katha, automatically our love will start coming out and we will also become attached to Krishna. When that happens, we become detached from things in the material world. Our relationships that we have temporarily in the world, between our life and death, that does not become very important. This becomes more important. This is permanent. This is forever. Other relationships will die when you die, and everybody will die. Jatasihi dhruvo mrityur dhruvam janma mritasya cha. Tasmad apariharyam arte natvam sochitum arhasi. Krishna is telling Arjuna, what is one who is born will die, one who is dead will be born again. So you can't stop that. That you cannot stop. So similarly, all our relationships in this lifetime will also finish. They are not permanent. But our relationship with Krishna, although we don't remember Him, is permanent. Is forever. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema. It is Nitya. It is forever. Just has to be revived. So all of us are potentially devotees. It is just that we have not fanned and woken up. And we are investing our affection and love in many temporary things which don't last. Krishna is saying, invest in me. Manmana bhava madbhakta madhyaji mam namaskuru. Fall in love with me. I will reciprocate with you very nicely. Many other people you have fallen in love with, they are not reciprocating properly with you and you are very disappointed. Relationships in this material world are very difficult to keep. But Krishna is saying, I guarantee I will keep that. You will never be disappointed with me. But please turn around and show your love to me. Krishna is asking, please fall in love with me. Bhagavad Gita is just fall in love with me. It's a romantic story, Bhagavad Gita, with the Jiva and the Lord. And the Lord is saying, again fall in love with me, please. I love you. Why don't you show your love to me? He's actually begging, Manmana bhava badbhaktaha, become my devotee, fall in love with me. I have all the qualities that will attract you very easily. But you're going and investing in so many other objects and so many other material persons, and they're all disappointing you. So Bhagavad Gita is mentioning, fall in love with me. Very easily you can do that. So in Kali Yuga, that same Krishna, 5,000 years back, he spoke the Bhagavad Gita on the battlefield. And then he found that many people are not actually understanding what I said, fall in love with me properly. They are speaking from the Bhagavad Gita, karma, jnana, yoga, but they are not speaking bhakti. But my main purpose of the Bhagavad Gita is bhakti. And fall in love with me is what? But you are not doing that, but you are again doing everything else. I did not say this in the Bhagavad Gita that you should do this. What I said is manmana bhava madbhaktaha. Somehow people, so Krishna himself, it's mentioned, apani achari bhakti sikhaimu sabare. I will become a devotee and teach you how to do bhakti. I will become a devotee of myself. I will become Krishna Bhakta and teach you. So Prabhupada mentioned, it is like the tuition teacher. You must see your daughter or son sometimes learning. Young kids are taught. The tuition teacher will ask him to hold a pencil in the hand, pen in the hand, right? Right, A. Say, then the boy will say, A. The tuition teacher will also say, A, B, and writing along with him. So, somebody passing by may say, what, this tuition teacher is learning ABC? He does not know. How is a tuition teacher learning ABC? He does not know ABC. No, he's teaching to the kid A. This does not mean he does not know ABC. So, when we see the Lord as a devotee practicing devotional service, it is for you and me. Show you, this is what I spoke in the Bhagavad Gita. This is how to do it in Kali Yuga. You will develop bhakti for me. How to do that? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So he came as a devotee and he danced and chanted and did Harinama Sankirtana. Very simple. He said, this is all you need to do in Kali Yuga. You cannot do anything more. Very difficult for you. But if you do this, I have packed all my energy inside the holy name. Tatrarpita niyamita smaranena kala. Nam akari bahuda nijasarva shakti. All the energy, all the shakti, I have packed in the holy name in Kali Yuga. If you chant the holy name, that energy you will get. My name and me are not different. If you chant Krishna, you are already associating with me. In Kali Yuga, Nama Namino Abedaha. The name and the object that name points to, both are equal. So if you say Krishna, Krishna is present in his name, powerfully. It is just that we are not able to connect because of our own impurity. As we keep chanting the name, it will become visible and Krishna will become available to us. This is a simple principle. Bhakti is the top principle. Everybody is capable of loving God And that loving propensity, that is there in everybody. If you simply follow this instruction, the Bhagavad Gita, it will come out. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he did tour of South India. He came to many places here in Kerala. He came to Sri Rangam, Ranganatha Puri. In Sri Rangam, he went to take darshan of Ranganatha Swami. At that time, he saw a crowd of people, small crowd of people laughing at one man. That man is reading Bhagavad Gita, trying to read. So the people around are standing and laughing at him. It's very odd, no? Somebody reading Bhagavad Gita, others are laughing. But nowadays it is not odd. People will think, yeah, why are you reading Bhagavad Gita? It's funny. You shouldn't be reading Bhagavad Gita and wasting your time. That's what people think. But at that time, he thought it odd. He took darshan and he came out. And still it was going on. So he went and asked, what is happening here? So they said, this man is illiterate. He does not know how to read. But he is reading Bhagavad Gita. Why is pretending like this? All of them are scholars, big pandits. Why is he pretending like that? They're laughing. They were laughing. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bent down and asked this man, what are you doing? Because he was very seriously doing it. He asked him, what are you doing? He said, my guru told me to read Gita. But actually I am illiterate. But I must follow my guru's instruction. So at least I should buy Gita and try to read it. I am doing that. And when I open this book, I see the picture of Krishna in a lower seat and Arjuna standing above him like this and talking. Krishna is talking to Arjuna. And I feel like crying. Why? The Lord has taken such a low position as his driver. For his devotee, he has become his driver. How sweet the Lord is. How kind he is. And in that position, he is explaining Bhagavad Gita to him. How wonderful it must be. I wish I know how great the Lord is. So when I look at this picture, I feel like crying out of love for the Lord. How much he is endeavoring to teach us. When he said that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately bent and put him and embraced him. You don't have to read Gita, you understood. You already understood the Gita. You are able to appreciate. Why? Because you try to follow the instruction of your guru. You did not say, I don't know how to read and write, so I cannot do that. At least to some extent you must do. At least I must buy a Gita and look at it. He did that. And he got Bhakti. And Lord Chaitanya told him, you have understood. Don't even have to read it. You got the benefit. So Bhakti can be expressed by anybody, even if he is not literate. Even if he is not literate. So just imagine, it's a language of the soul for communicating with the supreme absolute truth. Is Bhakti, love. No, in the material world they'll tell you, everybody wants to love, everybody wants to be loved. Isn't it? Everybody wants. Is there anybody here who does not want to be loved? When we are loved, we grow. When the child is loved by the mother, by the parents, grows very nicely. It's security. So nobody can say that I don't want to love, I don't want to be loved. It's a very wonderful, fine sentiment that we all look forward to. But it's just that we look for it in the wrong places. And it doesn't satisfy us. But if you learn to love God, Krishna, you become very happy instantly. Because you have established connection with the supreme absolute truth. That is permanent. That is permanent. This way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went everywhere and he taught everybody what is bhakti. It's very simple. You are already connected with Krishna. You are already his part and parcel. Mamaivam sa jivaloke jivabhuta saratana. You just rejuvenate it. It's nothing great you have to do. You already know it. So bhakti is very easy because you already are knowing how to do it. But Gyan, Karma, Yoga, you have to learn it. Karma, you have to do so many ritualistic things. Yajna, Homa, Tapasya. You have to learn this, you have to learn that. It's austere. And then if you make one single mistake in that, everything will go off. There's no excuse for mistakes. Similarly with Gyan, you have to read the entire Vedic literature to understand Aham Brahmasmi, I am spirit, I am not this matter, material world, body. For that you have to develop Gyan, you have to read so much under the Guru and understand it, ask questions, it's a lot of work, and then also you don't understand. And then you say something that is not mentioned, somebody will tell you that is not correct. And there will be argument. In Gyan, always you are speculating, you are arguing, still you are not satisfied. Very rarely people become satisfied. Gyan. In this way, Gyan, Karma and all that is a lot of work involved. In the Bhagavatam, there is a story about Karma. Brahmana, the king Nriga, he gave donation of cows to Brahmanas. Kshatriya, king. So Godan. Those days they did not give money. Like nowadays I go where they give me dakshana money. Those days they didn't have currency. So they will give Gavena Dhanavan, Dhanyena Dhanavan. Rich person means he has cows, he has grains, food, dhanya. The person who has grains is rich, person who has cows is rich. Nanda Maharaj, Krishna's father, had 9 lakh cows, 900,000 cows. And he had a big granary of grains because he was an agriculturist. And he was a Raja, king of all the whole community, village. So he was very rich. Krishna is the son of a very rich person. Not that he is simply cowherd like that. According to economy at that time, he is the son of a king, very rich person. Very rich. And Sudama was very poor. Didn't have food to eat also. If you don't have grains, you don't have food to eat. Right? He was very poor. And how Krishna did not bother about Sudama's poverty. How he valued his wonderful devotion. He valued his devotion very much. And Sudama was very happy that Krishna did not bother about giving me anything material. I got to see the Lord. Kwa aham daridra papiyan, kwa Krishna si niketana, Brahma bandhu iti smaham pakupyam parirambita. While coming back, he's thinking, who am I? I'm a daridra papi. Kwa aham daridra papiyan, kwa Krishna si niketana. And who is Krishna? On his chest is sitting Lakshmi, Sriniketana. And I went to him because my wife Kalyani told, go and get something from here. You're always talking about your friend. He will every time tell, don't think I am an unsuccessful grahastha. Don't think I don't have any money. You know who is my friend? My friend is Krishna. Nobody has friendship with Krishna. He is my childhood friend. We both studied in the same school. You know that? Every time that feeling of poverty comes in her, he'll tell her, you know who I am? I'm a friend of Krishna. We both studied together. And it is mentioned by great acharyas that in the class, Sandipani Munis, you can go now to Ujjain and see that ashram also. Sandipani's class, Sandipani Muni is teaching about Parabrahman, Supreme Absolute Truth. Sudama is keeping on throughout the class watching Krishna only. He is not listening to the class. Parabrahman is sitting next to me. Kya baat kar raha hai? Is sitting next to me. I'll keep watching Parabrahman. He giving class, he is simply watching Krishna all the time. And he can go around and see with Krishna and both of them will play and all, but he keep on watching Krishna. He's a supreme personality of Godhead. He knows fully. He's a very educated person. So it is mentioned that he never heard any lesson. Sudama, very intelligent. Never, all the time was serving Krishna, looking at Krishna. This is enough for me. Parabrahman is sitting here, what you can speak, sitting next to me. So he was having that pride. Do you know who I am? A friend of the Supreme Absolute Truth, Krishna. So she kept on hearing this. She once said, every time you are telling this, no. Every time I ask you, before I ask you, tell me this. Why don't you go to him and he gets little helpful? He is the Lord of everything you are telling, and he is a king in Dwaraka. He is like that, he is like this, he has owned everything. What is there if you ask? It's nothing wrong. In his mind, it seems Sudama immediately said, yes, good, I can get a chance to see him. I will use this as a reason. Uttama shloka lalasa. The greed, lalasa, to go and see Krishna. He immediately came in him and said, yeah, very good idea you've given me, I will go. But even that time he was thinking, I am not going to ask, I am going for seeing Krishna. So he went all the way. And he came, and she brought for him that Pratukaika Mushtim, 3 handfuls of flat rice. And she tied in a cloth and gave after begging from here and there. And he put it on his shoulder, sometimes under his armpit like this, and is carrying and going. He walked all the way. Today you can go to Sudama's place, and it's a long distance he walked to Dwaraka. Sweating. And it is mentioned that his chadar also was torn. His ribs were coming out. When he arrived in Rukmini's palace, she was inquiring, is this Krishna's place? Have I come to the right place? And the guards were discussing, who are you? Beggar like you're looking. They don't want to allow him inside, so they ask, whom do you want? What do you want? This is Krishna's palace. I come to see him. I'm his childhood friend. So they were very suspicious as a, wait, 1 minute. But Krishna saw from there inside. He is sitting on a big asana, on a big silk satin bed. Rukmini is fanning him. And her feet are getting massaged. And he's relaxing. But he's seeing from here in the gate. He immediately recognized Sudama. Although he has seen him only in his childhood, he immediately recognized Sudama and he just threw open all his chadar also fell down and he didn't wear his shoes. And he ran to the gate and said, Sudama! Nobody knew about Sudama in the palace. Rukmini does not know who is Sudama. Some childhood friend. He does not know. But he ran. Then Rukmini thought, must be somebody very important. Otherwise he will not do this. Leaving me and not telling me anything, running. Somebody more important. So they waited. Who is this person? Krishna went to the gate, embraced Sudama. And the Bhagavatam says he started crying on Sudama's shoulder. Sudama, how did you come? When did you come? He was so happy seeing Sudama. His ribs were coming out of his chadar. He had not eaten for so many days. He brought Sudama inside. He washed his feet. Took Sudama's Charanamrita, put on his head. And put on everybody's head in the house, in this palace. And then he told Sudama, take bath. Then he told him, take new dress. I give you. Then he made him sleep. I made him have a big feast, lunch. Full feast he gave him. Then he told him, rest on my bed. Sudama went to sleep. Happily he was fully peaceful. He took rest. Krishna was waiting. Let him take rest. After he took rest, when he got up again, he gave him drink, refreshment, everything, and held Sudama's feet on his chest. and massaged it. He massaged his feet. But Sudama was very, very self-conscious. He's not used to this type of treatment. I know you as a friend. We both sat together, we studied together, we went in the forest and collected wood together, we got lost and so many things happened. So, he was a little self-conscious. Krishna was doing the talking and Sudama was not talking much. He asked, how are you doing? Because Krishna knows Sudama has brought for me some gift. Sudama has brought some gift for me. वो हम पूछेगा तो नहीं देगा. Let him give. Let him give. So, but Sudama is thinking, my gosh, what a palace studded with 9 gems, gold, diamonds, and I will take out that dirty offering and give. I will not give him. This is a very, he was feeling very self-conscious, very humble person. But Krishna, it's mentioned, he wants to take it, give it to me. I'm waiting for that. So Krishna asked, how is everybody at home? Because for a long time, you were very young people. After that, you got married. Then he said that he knows that his wife has given him these things. So he reminded, how is your wife? So he remembered, oh, my wife gave you this gift. He said, how is your wife doing? And Sudama shook his head and said, nice, good. He didn't give. Then he openly asked him, oh Brahmana, did you bring any gift for me? He asked him openly. Kim upayanamanityam brahma me bhavata grihat. From your griha, did you bring any gift for me? Nobody will ask like this to the guest who has come to the house. Right? Atiti came to the house, you ask him, I gave you prasadam, food, everything, yeah? Did you bring anything for me? Will anybody ask like that? Very shameless Krishna is. He's asking for bhakti, not for that power. Kim upayanam anityam. What gift you brought for me? Brahma me bhavatat grihat. Oh Brahmana, from your griha, what did you bring for me? He is shamelessly asking. Small boys will ask sometimes, you come, you bought gift for me, I bought this gift for you. Not adults and not Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. But he asked Sudama. Sudama even then did not give. Even then he said, no. And then Krishna thought, this person is not going to give me, I had to take it from him. I know him, he's very shy. So he just, what is this you bought? Plucked it out of him. And he opened it. And Sudama was very self-conscious because it is a dirty cloth. And then he took from inside the paw and said, you brought this for me? How wonderful. How nice. He started praising it. And then he started eating. And he was relishing. What he was relishing? He was relishing the devotion of Sudama. He was relishing the Patram phalam toyam pushpam yome bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti upahritam ashnami prayatatmanah. Patram phalam toyam pushpam yome bhaktya prayachati. Even if you give me a little water, one fruit, one flower, one leaf, I'll accept it. If you give it to me with bhaktya prayachati, with devotion, I will immediately take it. Ashnami prayatatmana. So Acharya is saying, Ashnami means eat. How will you eat water, eat the flower? How is it possible? But it is mentioned, the Acharya said, no, he means it. If you give him flower to eat, he will eat the flower. Because you are giving with devotion. Because why? In Vidura's house, he went. Duryodhana offered him the palace and he did not eat. did not stay in his place. He went to Vidura's house and his wife did not know what to give. Krishna has come. I can't believe it. He's come to my house. And then she took the banana, peeled the banana, threw the banana, gave the peel. And Krishna ate the peel. He ate the banana peel. Why? Yume Bhakti aprayachati. She is giving with love and devotion. I don't care banana and all. I will eat flower also if you give me. I'll eat anything if you give me with devotion. Acharya has mentioned this is the meaning of it. Patram, phalam, toyam, pushpam. He will eat. If you give for eating flower, he'll eat the flower. If you eat banana peel, he'll eat the banana peel. Why? Because you are devotee. You're giving with devotion. This is the meaning of love of Krishna. Krishna will surrender himself to you. He will relish your devotion, even a little bit you do. So Sudama took it out of him and started eating. And Lakshmi Rukmini standing next. She immediately said, one mouthful you've eaten, already I have given him everything required. He doesn't have to open his mouth and ask. You have recognized him. And I know what you want. And I know what he wants. It's my duty. Don't eat one more. If you eat one more, I have to go as servant maid in the house. So she took it off from it. We also need that nectar. It plucked it out of, wife took off from the husband's hand. Bas. And Krishna actually wanted to eat more. She took it off from his hand and she gave to others. She said, for us also, we also need that nectar. This way, Krishna's excessive giving himself to Sudama was cut by Rukmini. Enough. He has already got enough. Because this man is not going to ask anything also. He is not asking. And then they both spoke together. Remember how we studied together. Remember, ഇതെല്ലാം സംസാരിച്ച് പിന്നെ അവസാനം സുദാമ തിരിച്ചു പോയി. തിരിച്ചു പോകുന്നപ്പോൾ ആചാര്യന്മാർ പറയുന്നത് സുദാമാനടുത്ത് വസ്ത്രം വീണ്ടും മാറ്റാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. Acharya said, why the new vastra, take your old vastra. Sudama accepted the പഴയ വസ്ത്രം ഇട്ടുകൊണ്ട് പോയതാ. എന്തിനാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു മിസ്റ്ററി. അതൊരു മിസ്റ്ററിയാണ്. അത് എടുത്തോണ്ട് പോയി. പിന്നെ പോകുന്ന വഴിക്ക് സുദാമ വാസ് ഡാൻസിങ്. You didn't ask what your wife asked to ask you. He's not bothered. He's saying, Kinchit karoti urupi swatatta matram. He's saying, what did I do? Kinchit karoti. I bought 3 handfuls of flat rice and he made it, Falgu api bhuri kari. He made that such a big thing. You bought for me. This he made, but he did so many things for me. He washed my feet. He gave me a new vastra. He gave me his bed. Gave me a big feast. He massaged my feet. All that he didn't speak about. But kinchit karoti. I did one small seva. He spoke so much about it. അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് എത്രത്തോളം സംസാരിച്ചു. ഭഗവാന്റെ ഒരു ചെറിയ സേവ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്തെങ്കിൽ അത് വലിയതാണ്. ഭഗവാൻ പലതും നമുക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നത് നമ്മളത് ഒരിക്കലും റെസ്പോണ്ട് ചെയ്യില്ല. അതിന് ഒരു വിധമായിട്ടുള്ള വാല്യൂ നമുക്ക് കാണിക്കില്ല. വീണ്ടും ചോദിക്കും, ഇത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ എനിക്ക് തന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്, ഇനി കൂടുതൽ വേണമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. ധനം ദേഹി, വിദ്യാം ദേഹി, എപ്പോഴും ദേഹി. സംസാരിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ പ്രാർത്ഥന ചെയ്യുന്നത് എല്ലാം എനിക്ക് വേണം. ഭഗവാന് കൊടുക്കണമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് നമ്മൾ കൂടുതലൊന്നും കൊടുക്കില്ല. എപ്പോഴെങ്കിലും ഒരു 10 രൂപ എന്തെങ്കിലും കുണ്ടിയിലിടും. അവിടെ നിന്ന് വന്ന് 100 രൂപ ഇടുക. അത് മതിയല്ലോ. നിങ്ങളല്ലേ എല്ലാം എല്ലാത്തിനും ഈശാവാശം ഇതം സർവം അല്ലേ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്. നമ്മൾക്ക് എന്തിനാ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ചെറിയതായിട്ട് തന്നു. In this way, Sudama was going back feeling happy, recollecting everything in great happiness. And he told, I forget that shloka in the Bhagavatam, it says that, you see, Krishna did not give me anything. Krishna did not came. Why? Because my devotion will be spoiled. എൻ്റെ ഭക്തി നശിപ്പിച്ചു പോകും. നാശമാവുമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് എനിക്ക് ഭൗതികമായിട്ട് ഭഗവാൻ ഒന്നും തന്നില്ല. എനിക്ക് ഭക്തി മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ ആവശ്യം. ഇത് ഭഗവാൻ അറിയും. ഇപ്പൊ ഭഗവാൻ എനിക്ക് ഭക്തി മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ തന്നു. ഭഗവാനുടെ സംഘം അസോസിയേഷൻ തന്നു എനിക്ക്, വേറൊന്നും തന്നില്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഡാൻസ് ആടിക്കൊണ്ട് തിരിച്ചുപോയി സ്മരണത്തില്. ബട്ട് വെൻ ഹി വെന്റ് there, he found എൻ്റെ സ്ഥലം എവിടെയാണ്, എൻ്റെ കുട്ടീരെ. ഇറ്റ് വാസ് നോട്ട് വിസിബിൾ. എവിടെ കാണാൻ സാധിക്കുന്നില്ല. വലിയ ഒരു കൊട്ടാരം, ഹ്യൂജ് പാലസ്. His house has become a big palace. His wife is standing there. He can't recognize his wife with all gold, this, that, everything. And hey, Kalyani, what is? And all her assistants are standing, all of them decorated with jewels. Then he understands, Krishna has done this. പക്ഷേ his wife-ന്റെ മനസ്സിൽ എന്താണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ, എനിക്ക് എൻ്റെ ഹസ്ബൻഡിനെ ആലിംഗനം ചെയ്യണം. എന്തിനാ? ഭഗവാൻ കൃഷ്ണ embrace my husband in this dress only. That is why Lord Krishna told me, wear this dress and go back. When you go back, you go like this. What you will see there is your wife will be dressed wonderfully. You will be dressed like this only. And she will desire, എൻ്റെ ഭർത്താവ് എനിക്ക് ആലിംഗനം ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് വലിയൊരു ഇച്ഛ. Why? It's not that she is a lusty or something. Because Krishna has embraced my husband. I want to embrace my husband in Manasara, but she is not able to do it because so many people are watching. So many people are watching. This is the sentiment of Bhakti. ഇവർ രണ്ടുപേർക്കും ഭക്തിന്റെ വാല്യൂ ഫുള്ളായിട്ട് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നതാണ്. Even she is not bothered for all these big jewels and all that. She is thinking, I'm going to embrace my husband because he is embraced by Krishna. Both are devotees. Both are devotees. ഞാൻ എന്തിനാ ഇതെല്ലാം ചോദിച്ചതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് wife is feeling. Why so many things? And Krishna, it is mentioned by the Acharyas that Sudama went in the house and said, I'm not sleeping on this cot. I don't want any of this. എൻ്റെ ഭക്തി പോകുമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് അയാളുടെ ചതർ ഡസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്ത് താഴെ ഇട്ടു അവിടെ ഉറങ്ങി. He slept on the floor on his അംഗവസ്ത്രം ചതർ. He said, I don't want that. You keep if you want. ഭക്തിയുടെ വാല്യൂ, love for Krishna makes you the richest person. Why? Because when you have love, you can control Krishna. You can even control Krishna. Bhaktya vashyata. It's mentioned in the Bhagavatam that Yashodamai, she was able to control Krishna. Why? Because of her love. That is why when Parikshit Maharaj asked this question, Shukadeva Goswami will tell, I will tell you one story, how the Lord's wonderful quality is, he comes under the control of his devotee. ഭഗവാൻ ഭക്തന്റെ താഴെ വരും, അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ കൺട്രോളിൽ വരും. എങ്ങനെയാ? Because of their love, because of their bhakti. That is why Yashodami is able to tie Krishna in this thing with a rope. Stay here, don't move from here. And he didn't move. He didn't even touch the knot and open it. Why? Bhakti Baddham. This knot is a knot of bhakti. I can't take it out. I can't take it out. This is the meaning of bhakti. I just gave you one story from the Bhagavatam. So, if we cultivate our bhakti, which is very natural for us, very simply natural, we can chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, in front of the Lord feelingly and offer our prayers to Him. Ainandatanuja kinkaram paditam vam vishame bhavam budam kripaya tava pada pankaja stita dhuli sadrisham vichintaya. ചൈതന്യ മഹാപ്രഭു പ്രാർത്ഥന ചെയ്യുന്നു ശിക്ഷാഷ്ടകം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട്. ചൈതന്യ മഹാപ്രഭു ഈ 8 വേഴ്സസ് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ എഴുതിയത്. അതിന് ഹീസ് പ്രേയിങ് അയിനന്ദ തനുജാ കിങ്കരം പതിതം മാം വിഷമേ ഭവാമോദം. I am actually a servant. Nanda Tanuja Kinkara. Kinkara means servant. Ayinanda Tanuja Kinkaram. I am Nanda Maharaja's son's servant. Patitam va Vishame Bhavam. Somehow I fell into this material ocean, forgetting you. Kripaya Tavapada Pankajastita Dhuli Satrisham Vichintaya. My Lord, please be merciful on me. I have done a lot of mistakes. I forgot you. Somehow place me again at your lotus feet so that I may serve you. This is our prayer. So in Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to tell us that you can achieve this bhakti, which is very natural. You don't have to be a great pandit. You don't have to do very elaborate worship. You do worship out of love for Krishna. Little bit. You chant His holy name. If you do that, power of the holy name is equal to my power. You will be able to rid yourself of all impurities and bhakti will grow again from your heart. Before I finish, once I will just tell one small episode from the Ramayana, which you must have heard of also, that Ramachandra built the bridge to cross over to Lanka. And all the Vanaras together helped him to build the bridge by taking big rocks, writing on that Rama and chanting Rama, 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 Rama and throwing it. And the rocks floated in the sea. Ramachandra is sitting, watching Hanuman, watching Neela, watching Jambavan, watching everybody throw, and all the Vanaras are contributing to the bridge. So he also said, I used to also contribute. എൻ്റെ മക്കൾ, എൻ്റെ സർവൻസ് എല്ലാവരും ഇത് ചെയ്യുന്നെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് ഞാനും കുറച്ചതിന് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു ചെറിയതായിട്ട് ഒരു കാര്യം ചെയ്യണം, കിഞ്ചിത് കറോത്തി ഞാനും ചെയ്യാം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് അദ്ദേഹം എടുത്തു. അപ്പോൾ ഹനുമാൻ പറഞ്ഞു, നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യേണ്ട, ഇത് നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യേണ്ട. അല്ല ഇത് നിങ്ങൾ ഇവിടെ ഇരുന്നാൽ മതി, നിങ്ങളെ ആശീർവാദം തന്നാൽ നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തോളാം, പക്ഷെ എനിക്ക് ചെയ്യണമെന്നില്ലല്ലോ, നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യേണ്ട. He ordered him, don't do. We were feeling uncomfortable at the same time. ഇപ്പൊ രാത്രി എല്ലാവരും ഉറങ്ങി, ഭയങ്കര ടയർഡായിരുന്നു. ഫുൾ ഡേ വെയിറ്റ് ലിഫ്റ്റിംഗ് ചെയ്താൽ എങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടാവും? ജിമ്മിൽ പോകുന്നത് 1 മണിക്കൂർ 2 മണിക്കൂർ പോയിട്ട് വരുന്നുള്ളൂ. ദിവസം ഫുൾ ഡേ ജിമ്മെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എത്ര ടയർഡായിരിക്കും അവര്. എല്ലാവരും ഒരു ആളിന്റെ മുകളിൽ ഇനി ഒരാൾ എങ്ങനെ ഉറങ്ങി, വാനരന്മാരെല്ലാവരും. रामचंद्र भगवान ने कहा, अब सब लोग सो रहे हैं, अभी हमको ट्राई करने का है, हम भी थोड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन करेंगे, हम भी पत्थर निकालेंगे, डालेंगे. So he quietly lifted and he meditated and he threw. That stone went blung and went to the sunk down. It was not floating. Then he was very surprised. Hey, वो लोग फेंकेंगे तो वो ऊपर ऐसे रहता है और हम फेंकेंगे तो नीचे चला जाता है, कैसा? And it is not only floating, they are all that vibration, Rama, 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 it's chanting is going on, and all the rocks are floating on the water. It's adbhut, amazing. So Ramachandra became very mystified. How is it my stone? Again he took another one, bigger one he took, and he threw. That bang went down. Then he said, and he looked back and saw Hanuman was standing. And he felt very sort of caught in the act. Hanuman, I told you don't do it. He said, no, how is it that your stones are floating and my this thing? My dear Ramachandra, we chant your name, write on it. It is floating by the power of your name. How can you chant your own name? Which I told you, don't do it. Here. Ramachandra came to know the power of his own name. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti. All the my Shakti is hidden inside the name. So, if you simply chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, that energy will be released. Bhakti Shakti. And you can express your love for Krishna. It does not matter, all of us have different types of problems all the time. Each one has got his own jadagam. You cannot change it. Don't try to change this, it never changes. Rather, you can change your consciousness. You can make it Bhakti consciousness. That is possible by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Harinama Sankirtana ki. So, I will stop here and I will do a little kirtan with you for 10 minutes. I have spoken about the holy name. I hope you will all join me. हम सब साथ साथ में भगवान का कीर्तन करेंगे എല്ലാവരും ചേർന്നിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഹരിനാമ സങ്കീർത്തനം ചെയ്യാം ഹരേ കൃഷ്ണ 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 ഹരേ 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 രാമ 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 ഹരേ ഹരേ അതിനു മുമ്പ് ചൈതന്യ മഹാപ്രഭുവിന്റെ അനുഗ്രഹം നമുക്ക് ഉണ്ടാവണമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ആ കൃഷ്ണൻ തന്നെ ചൈതന്യ മഹാപ്രഭുവായിട്ട് അവതരിച്ചു ആ ചൈതന്യ മഹാപ്രഭുവിന്റെ അനുഗ്രഹം നമുക്ക് ഉണ്ടാവണമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഒരു മന്ത്രം പഞ്ചതത്വ മന്ത്രം എന്ന് ഞാൻ പറയാം അത് എൻ്റെ കൂടെ നിന്ന് പറയാം जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे